All right, very good day to you folks. Happy Saturday. Welcome to Speed Gaming 3. Today we bring you the next race in the Metroid Prime Randomizer 2026 Cross-Game Cup. And we got a good one for you today, folks. We have today, Oops, das auch nicht. I probably butchered that. I'm not good with German. I'm sorry about that. Versus Bombs on Thardus. I'm Captain ND, and today I am joined by Jet Vader Jr. How you doing today?
Hello, I'm Jeff Vader Jr., and I'm doing all right, all things considered. Oops, I'm gonna butcher it too. It's my turn. Oops, da es auch nicht is going to be going ahead. Death King playing Prime 1, Ralin Tankir playing Prime 2, and meanwhile we've got Bombs on Thardus. We'll see if that actually happens. Steve playing Prime 1, and Aerial Razor on Prime 2.
Well then, we are just getting started here today. So, do you have any hopes and dreams for how you want this seed to go? We're gonna have to do some cropping fixes. We're working on fixing the cropping, folks. Bear with.
They're changing the cropping. They're changing the names too. That's not fair because now it's Oops, da war es auch nicht. Simple missile expansion to start things off. Anything in that first hint? Looks like we are going to have Amorbus has an artifact, so we're already getting an Amorbus seed. Let's go.
Lovely. We do have a ball-related item in Alcove. It is Boost Ball.
Alcove,
Ooh,
okay.
Early speed for Echoes is really nice, because Boost Ball, by itself, it's just speed. Oh,
Super
well.
missile. Okay.
Well, if you wanted an even easier Alpha Splinter fight, well, there you go.
If you wanted an Alpha Splinter fight at all. Now you see him, now you don't. Sorry, Albert.
Yes, getting Super Missiles so early is such a quality of life upgrade because there are so many, one-off checks, especially in the early game, where having Super Missiles and not having to isolate would be nice, like Storage C, or Warrior's Walk, or Torvis Temple.
Sorry, I got hung up on what you were saying, except I'm watching Steve immediately go for hints and Death King not, and I'm a little... Is that plasma?
Sure is. It's a hideously out of logic plasma beam because you are expected to have missile launcher for that, but hey-ho. I mean, if we're going to start with high power, we might as well use it.
We do start with missile launcher in this particular CGC configuration.
Oh?
Yes. Let me look through, because there weren't any racer agreements this time, so that means that we've got missile launcher to start with on...
Well, I think only Echo starts with missile launcher. Yeah, only Echo starts with missile launcher. Ooh, but Prime just got space jump from Alpha Splinter. And that is screw attack in the ruined nursery tunnel, so that would be really nice to have later. Yeah, Prime doesn't start with missiles.
Then how did he get... Wait, what did I miss?
The missile tank in on Umos, the first Umos item, was a Prime missile. You can use missiles without mains.
Ah, okay, that was turned off then. Gotcha, thank you.
Alright, so Death King, I'm not quite sure what is being done here. Oh, this is a peak, I see. At least I think it was an attempt at a peak. And we're gonna get a frigate crash site check here from Steve.
Can't go wrong with more missiles.
Alright, and what is that in Temple Assembly Site? Well, whatever it is, Arrow Razor is not interested. Okay, can we get a missile drop, please?
Amber Translator on
Ooh.
Hive Mecha.
Amber early is really nice because that's just early Amber hints. Okay, this is
Unlimited
not how the
beam?
Prime... Okay. If we could just get Annihilator Beam, now we're in business. Prime Space Jump. Not Prime, sorry. Echo Spit. Oh. Was that a Sky Temple key in a Cursed Lake? Yep.
We said Screw Attack was a nursery. Okay, we've got ourselves transport to Agon Wastes. What's our hint?
All right, so we need Dark Visor.
Torvus Bog.
And that said that a visor for Prime can be found in Venomous Pond.
Artifact was in Root Cave? What is that? Brain?
Yeah, that's Root Cave.
That's Root Cave? Okay. Got missile expansions. The visor was in Torvus Bog.
Venomous Pond.
Thank you.
That's the room in front of... I have no idea what that is in Mining Plaza. That's the room the 2 rooms in front of Dark Torvus Temple.
Oh, the opposite of Lagoon.
Pretty much.
Temple access.
Ooh, and that
item?
contained... let me take a look at that on the replay real quick. Under Temple access contains a Morph Ball system for Prime.
Okay. Alright, looks like we've got... Go ahead.
Death King actually just discovered Cannonball in Echo's Cannonball in Ruined Shrine, but elected to not pick that up because, are you familiar with Cannonball?
Cannonball seems to be a very silly object, one that you almost want to pick up late because it's only in effect until you use the cannon. Is that correct?
Yes, and that is that an ETM in Mining Station A? Yeah, I think that was an ETM. We're going to get a quick check of the tree here. Follow-up idea, Death King can just get it normally, because that was Super Missiles in Sand Cache. Lol.
This is a very strange seed so far.
Yeah, it's convenient is what it is. The hint read that Phazon Suit is near a boost spinner.
Near
All right. Well, it seems like
spin.
Echoes has a lot of the Prime stuff today for a change. It's got a visor, it's got a Morph Ball system, and it has Phazon Suit. Talk about the full package. Now, unfortunately, Arrow Razor does not have Amber translators since Steve did not go to Hive Totem yet. So he's gonna miss out on that. Miss out on those Prime Super Missiles for a hot minute, as well as these nice hints. But yeah, to go into a little... Go ahead.
I was going to say, it's interesting how the pathing is affecting our players, just because while Steve did get early hints, he is kind of putting Aerial Razor behind Rowland for not having the necessary equipment he's going to need.
Yeah, I mean, no Amber, and we now know Amber, and given that Super Missiles are required, because the Aegon Key leads to an artifact, so...
Oh, that's right, yeah. No, I forgot that a Morbus is useful, actually.
Yeah.
One of the first things said the seed, and I've already forgotten.
Now, the nice thing about that Cannonball being where it is that we're likely to come back to Shrine again later when we get bombs. So at that point, by then, hopefully Arrow Razor, both Echoes runners will have Screw Attack, because that can be found also fairly close by in Ruined Nursery. Raylan is in a little bit of spot of trouble, I would say. Yeah, Bomb Guardian can kind of creep up on you when you're running 0E tanks.
Death King, not happy with what was in Watery Hall. Going to go for the dive peak. Wave Beam is in Watery. Oh, and he's going to go... Oh, he's got the extra health. Yeah, we're good. You just got to make the slow jump.
Yeah,
nice.
Very nicely done. All right, so that, I believe that is in logic with this equipment, because, yeah, Space Jump lets you in no problem.
We've got both games with Space Jump.
Yeah, movement's certainly not a problem, because Space Jump probably one of the most critical movement systems in both games, especially in Prime, because they do a lot with scan dashes. And we're going to see Arrow Razor go straight... Ooh, we already have a little bit of kind of divergence. Actually, not really. Arrow's going to go straight for the pirate base, and I think Raylan pretty much has to follow suit here. Not really anything else that can be done with this equipment. Ooh, Steve got a peek into Gallery Tunnel, and it's Light Beam. Okay, so Prime Bombs locks Light Beam.
Got Death King going for the peak in Crashed Frigate, which is still just a missile. But now Steve is going to be getting the unlimited beam ammo for Aerial, which is not going to be helpful just yet. Until we can get either Light Beam at Gallery Tunnel or Dark Beam nearby.
How about a more comedy option? Annihilator Beam's just chilling right here, maybe.
Let's see it happen. Take a ride in Command Center, and it's an ammo expansion. Oh, it's health. We like health. We like health this early in the round.
Yeah, Prime especially definitely needs it more than Echoes. Echoes you at least get kind of buffered by the better drop system, but Prime needs a little bit of help.
Especially if you are running out of checks, get stuck into BK mode early, and want to do some hell running through Magmore.
Now, a little fun fact on Logic, that boost ball into the tunnel using boost to break the grates is in Logic. The game may expect you to do that, and it's actually perfectly safe to do that, too. The only time you have to be...
thought of that.
The only time you have to kind of be careful about it is when you're low on power bombs, and that's your only way of breaking it. But yeah, now Arrow Razor is going to see everything coming up and get those super missiles. While Death King gets Plasma Beam and starts reading hints. Now, Prime is starting to run a bit low on things to do. Well, with Wave Beam, not so much. I take it back. But Bombs is going to start becoming a problem in a bit.
We've got our first DMT fight.
Yeah, unfortunately, no really good weaponry to deal with this, so we just have to improvise with super missiles. No 10-pack drop? Okay, game, have it your way.
But there's Bomb, just like you said.
Alright, well, that is access to Light Beam, then. Alright, that's not bad. Alright, so Prime can keep themselves busy for a hot minute here. Tower of Light is open. Ruined Shrine, the rest of Ruined Shrine is open, so... not the best time in the world to go get that Screw Attack is available now. So I think we're going to see our runners on the Prime side, if they're not already, pivoting back to early Chozo. Because, yeah, Space Jump Screw Attack basically breaks Echoes wide open. Unfortunately, Raylan cannot get Hive Chamber B due to missing bombs or power bombs. Unfortunately, Boost Ball does not work. What else does Echoes have left right now? Without bombs, they can't do much else in Pirate Base. With Light Beam coming up...
We haven't... Go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. With Light Beam, it's possible to one-way into Dark Samus, but it is a one-way trip. Well, actually, no. With Screw Attack, you can get out. But you would need bombs to go past the save room, but you could warp out from the save room. Yeah, actually, Raylan's only going to be able to get a hint here, and that's about it, because the door to GFMC is already down and can't be scanned updated modern patcher.
Can't be scanned, but can be blown open with PBEs. So all he needs to do is just hope that Death King can trip over a BBE right now.
Well, follow-up idea, just get Screw Attack. Prime Life Support System in Ing Reliquary. That is not Phazon suit, but it could be a different suit.
a life support system is not a guaranteed health pack. It could also mean a suit.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Thank you.
A suit is considered life support. But yeah, screw attack. Both runners are going to go back for screw attack at this point if they haven't already. So I think we're going to see Steve go back for that.
Rowland has won the race for the first light beam.
All right.
So we've got Oops in the lead over Bombs.
All right, and we are going to see the item here in Transport A access behind the Emerald door. Now, this is technically a one-way check, but this could just be Emerald Translator with the game expecting you to go and to just go and get it via this path. Alternatively, it could be something for Prime that leads to Emerald Translator later, and you are expected to be chilling in there for a minute. It's happened.
I would be surprised that the logic isn't just barely... Oh, that's right. Oh, you said we're doing shenanigans.
Yeah. Yeah, so there's a few ways you can break this down. You can use screw attack, you can use bombs, you can even use super missiles.
Huh.
Why that works, I have no idea. Oops. Alright, so Arrow Razor gets Light Beam, and it's immediately going to be Infinite Light Beam.
I apologize, got distracted. That was what call again?
Oh,
it was an expansion. It was not.
Yeah.
Very good, thank you.
Alright, we're going to see Death King do Zoid here, both items in play, and easy to get out with bombs. So yeah, I think that's pretty much... There's really not much else Prime could do besides Tower of Light and Zoid. Although, we're going to see Raylan
Beam and slamming your face into the spider track to get you into the one check, because there's space jump. You could do that one check in the back hall of Chozo. What is that room called?
Crossway, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could get over there. Just climb up the spider track through Upper Furnace. With Amber Translator and Light Beam, Raylan is going to go to Meeting Grounds and read the hint here, and you also have access to Hall of Honor Dead, and it's easy to get out courtesy of Screw Attack. However, if you fall... actually, it's not easy to do because Bombs is required. Various suit is near a Keybearer corpse. That's kind of... Well, that could be either really good or really bad. Like, really good in the sense that Torvus Lagoon is right over here, right this way. So that could just be Various Suit up ahead. And with Screw Attack, we may see Raylan do Air Underwater to get it. Ooh, a Torvus key on Zoid.
Quadraxis is dead, ladies and gentlemen. That is a good sign, because we already have a Morbus holding progression.
Yeah, it's often... Go on.
That's a quick question from me. Are the keys unlocking the rest of the game, do they count as progression, or is there a different term for the MacGuffins arbitrarily holding the end of the game?
So the keys are placed at the end of the progression. So basically the main progression items are placed first, and then the keys. If that makes any sense.
That does make sense. I'm just simply confused in terms of categorization on, do the keys count as progression or end game progression, or is there a different term? Language is weird.
Yeah, that's fair. But yeah, the keys they're considered like, the best term in the terms you would use would be end game progression. Because they're placed last.
Gotcha. Gravity boost in Furnace.
Well, now you should have no issues getting that Various suit, assuming it's in Lagoon. This is like This seed is actually kind of just lining up for each other to each runner to play off each other like there's no problem. Like, oh, you want to get this red key? Here's Prime Supers here's Prime Supers in Sandcache. Oh, you want to go get Various Suit possibly in Torvus Lagoon? Here's Gravity in Lower Furnace. And it looks like Arrow Razor's following suit here and going straight to Torvus, because, yeah, without bombs, there really is not much Echoes can do. In fact, Lagoon is the only thing you can do in this neighborhood. But it is likely that that's Various suit. Raylan, in the meantime, has decided to backtrack to Pirate Base instead. I'm going to call it Pirate Base instead of Labs.
Pirate Base, Labs. You got Pirate Labs. You got Base just by itself.
All right, so it looks like Crossway was unlimited missiles. Which is cool, but it's not really what we're looking for. Ooh. Oh, Central Mining Station. Oh, this is Various suit, because, yeah, there is a Keybearer corpse in this room. Okay, it is not Torvus Lagoon.
Well, that means that Steve is going to be hurting for Varia for quite a while if Arrow Razor's going the wrong way.
Follow-up comedy option. Oh, wait, no, it's the kid specifically said Various suit. If it was just a suit, I would have said, imagine if Gravity is here. Gravity locked Gravity, imagine that.
That would be silly. The pathing is so interesting now just because we still have a very skeleton frame in terms of what Steve's movement system was in Bog. Let's see here.
Okay, so I'm pretty sure the only thing...
Lagoon.
Ooh, yeah, we might see some air underwater for that on Arrow Razor's side. Now, a prime movement system, the only thing that can be is Grapple Beam. Because there's no other prime movement systems besides Space Jump. And yeah, we're going to see air underwater here. This is one of my favorite tricks to do, because what that is it didn't take too long to do it either. It's a frame-perfect trick where once your camera crosses the plane of the water and you morph, you enter this strange state where the water appears to be, like, normal colored. And so, you're able to screw attack under those conditions, allowing you to pick up the item without having to use gravity.
I've actually practiced and learned this trick exactly once, so I can confirm that it is real. I want to just ask out loud, it's the frame the moment after the camera dips into the water, correct?
I think it's the frame after, yes.
Awesome. Then I just need to go practice it some more.
Yeah, I'll in the meantime, we're going to see Raylan go to check storage D here. It's going to be a one-way check unless this is vanilla dark beam, in which case lol, but luckily this crystal switch here can be busted open with screw attack because, you know, screw attack just works with everything.
Well, screw attack only gives off dark energy. So not quite everything, correct? But you can screw quite a bit in this game.
Well, it's funny you say that because, you know, those two, like, ing webbings in front of, like, where vanilla light beam is?
Sure.
They need light beam to be taken down, and screw attack works on those too.
What? Is it almost like an annihilator beam programming
You would think so.
Hmm.
Ooh, that was a very nice screw attack there from Raylan on Dark Samus. Fun fact, Annihilator Beam does 10 times, no, sorry, 5 times normal damage to Dark Samus. To Dark Samus 1 specifically. Don't know why, because you would never normally have Annihilator by this point.
And Dark Beam only had health.
Okay, I'm glad you saw that, because my restream froze. Oh, what was that in Upper Furnace? I missed it. Oops.
Let's go take a look at Upper Furnace. I will go digging if you want to carry forth the captioning. Here we go.
I gotcha. All right, so Arrow Razor is going to go back to Pirate Base now and grab the grab Various suit. In the meantime, Prime can keep themselves busy for quite a while, and with access to early Fendrana with Plasma Beam, there's actually quite a large number of items in play. There's like a solid, like a dozen checks right now. What do we got up there? Is that a... Was that Emerald Translator in Lower Fiery Shores? Nope, it is Spider Ball. Very useful.
Prime or Echoes?
Prime.
Thank you.
And we had a key bearer hint from Raylan saying that Dark Oasis is a Echoes Chozo technology. Let me just write that one down.
Was it in which room?
One sec. The Dark Oasis key bearer said it was Echoes Chozo technology. And Chozo technology would be something that's not, like, exclusive to Aether. So it would be something like Grapple Beam, Power Bombs, Boost Ball.
Gotcha.
So, honestly, there's not really a whole lot that falls under that category that can be there. How bad so far, chat asks. We already have required... Oh, that is a late missile launcher. We have required Worms artifact. Alright, so Steve, while he's waiting for Various Suit, is going to give Arrow Razor these unlimited missiles. Or at least try to, because Crossway can be a pain in the backside sometimes when it comes to collision. Unfortunately, it looks like Arrow Razor just waltzed right by Central Mining Station.
Alright, I have finally finished digging. Upper Furnace has a missile. That was worth all the time that I just spent.
Ooh, I think what's happening is Steve is actually trying to jump from too high, because essentially what's happening is that Steve's momentum is too strong. Downward momentum is too strong, and it's not enough there's not enough time to move forward into the tunnel. Although I've also heard there's a rolling strategy from, like, way up top in Crossway. But yeah, unfortunately, Arrow Razor is not right in the vicinity of gravity right now. Varia is gonna have to kind of go out the front door here. And it looks like Steve is abandoning unlimited missiles for now.
Unlimited missiles would be helpful with getting stuck into a boss fight with only super missiles, but it's not the worst item to have to leave behind, I guess is the best way to put it.
Yeah. Alright, we had a Lava Lake check there, which gave us Ice Spreader. Yeah, it's nice.
Spreader. I don't know. It's a very strange joke, because you have Nice Rod from Link to the Past, but Ice Spreader is just a very weird set of syllables.
Yeah, that's the Nice Rod from Link Between Worlds.
New path has been opened, so we've got Elderly Hall giving us anything useful, except just the route to the rest of Chozo. We only have Wave Beam.
Wave
Plasma.
Yeah. Ooh, so Arrow Razor just read that the item in Battleground is a Cheater's Delight. That is referring to double damage.
Gotcha.
So yeah, Cheater's Delight is like an item that's not normally indigenous to the game, like a multiplayer pickup.
Unlimited missiles, unlimited beam ammo. Cannonball also falls into that category, correct?
I think so, technically.
Something I found interesting, we have only found Various Suit for Prime, and we have found no Dark Suit for Echoes.
True, and depending on how things play out later, a Reliquary might have, like, Gravity Suit, and that might be important for something later. But, Yeah, I think right now Prime is going to be the ones kind of in the driver's seat for a little while. Because with Wave, Plasma, and Varia, early Phendrana is just basically screaming at you.
Hard agree there.
Yeah, because Echo still has no bombs. So no bombs is actually kind of rough because not only can you not, use bombs, but you also can't, like, bomb space jump. You can't, break a few things. Like, bombs are actually, like, another one of those really critical pickups, just like space jump.
The last couple of seeds I've watched and worked staff for, I've noticed how space jump tends to be a huge lockup item where the teams are racing as hard as they can, but they just can't seem to get far enough without space jump. This is the first time I'm seeing how Echo's bombs are going to be holding the progression race back just a little bit.
Indeed. I would wager that bombs are probably one of the plasma beam lock checks, so it's probably just chilling in some ice, quite literally.
See what you did there. I see what you did there.
Ooh. Sky Temple Key and Ice Runes East, so okay, I mean, it's required, so can't say no. And what's up top here in the spider track? Emerald Translator. Okay, so all translators nice and early. Wouldn't that have been nice in the last seed I called when there was only Amber and Emerald for the whole game? Amber and Violet rather for the whole game. Yeah, Emerald is a really good translator because the Emerald hints are very nicely clustered in Torvis. You can usually read a couple of them very quickly, especially lower Torvis.
Well, and Emerald also gives you access to a couple pockets in Torvis that you need in order to move forward. You need both Supers and Emerald in order to get into lower Torvis by vanilla means, correct?
To lower Torvis, you just need Super Missiles, but to get to Underground Tunnel right next to it, you need... to get to Underground Tunnel right next to it, you need Emerald Translator.
Keybearer on landing site says... Rowland's Morph Ball movement system. We had that already. Sorry.
I think it was a Morph Ball system for... Oh, that was Defiled Shrine, right? Yeah. So Defiled Shrine was a Echo's Morph Ball system, I should say.
Okay, but this was a hint we already had from our other Echoes player, Elio Razor.
All right, well, welcome aboard the folks from SpeedGaming. You are joining us here in the Metroid Prime Randomizer 2026 Cross-Game Cup. We are currently in a race between Ups da War es auch nicht. Again, apologies, my German is not brilliant. Versus Bombs on Thardus. We have a very interesting race so far where Prime is pretty much in the driver's seat for the time being. Never mind.
We have bombs.
Hey, what'd you know? It's chilling behind ice.
And that is Chozo Ice Temple holding Echo's bombs.
I don't call this trash on purpose.
I don't think you've ever called this trash. We didn't call this a baby seed. We did say that the seed has been lining up where both players on each team are relying off of each other. There hasn't been a whole lot of times where majors are 3 in a row for one game or the other.
It has been that way this time around. That being said, yeah, now Echoes can keep themselves very busy, and Steve is going to be heading in that direction too, because really there's not much else you can do under these conditions. And whatever was in past Chozo Ice Temple, Death King is interested in.
I believe... that's because Krar in chat is saying that it may be, in fact, Wave, or Dark Beam.
Oh, Dark Beam is pretty big. That is Dark World access alongside a lot of other nice doors. It's access to the rest of Torvis.
I mean, it's access to the rest of the game? Question mark?
Pretty much, yeah.
We're going to build a game that revolves around 2 tools, all right? What happens if you have one of them? Not a darn thing. Alright, so Sheegoth was holding Dark Beam.
All right. Now Echoes can do business. Oh yeah, by the way, bomb so late means this check is in play. Yeah, not often we see mining station access at 35 minutes. Because yeah, amongst everything we found, not even a power bomb expansion to improvise with.
For either game. Oh my gosh, I just caught up to you on that.
Yeah, and funnily enough, Raylan is also running on 0 energy tanks. Has not been interested in any of the ones that have been found and noticed so far, because there have been a couple. Alright, we're going to see Ice Ruins west into Phendrana Canyon now.
I can't remember which of my commentators' co-workers called it Boost Canyon, and I like that name. May keep that.
It kind of is a boost canyon. We had one of our earlier cross-game cups. That was a very common spot for progression. It was either a cross-game or just a standalone Prime tournament. But it was a very common progression point.
Morph Ball Boss is guarded by a
Guarded by a boss, yeah. We got that already.
We got that, yep.
Because that was DMT.
Boost Canyon only holding health for Death King.
Alright, so Arrow Razor, I believe this is an attempt to go out of bounds here. Didn't work out. I believe Arrow Razor wants the item in Dynamo Chamber. Because, yeah, there's not really any collision here, so, I mean, you could casually... Oh, never mind. Alright, what is actually in Ice Ruins West here?
Nice enemy standable usage there.
Ah, Sheegots, the mighty footstools of Phendrana Drifts.
Only cost you, what, 7 health? 6 health?
Something like that.
Alright, so if we peek up here, it looks like light ammo expansion, or is that grapple? Grapple on top of half pipe.
Alright, and Prime just found their own X-ray visor. Death King found that in Ruined Fountain, which means that the visor that is being hinted in Venomous Pond is thermal visor. Which would put Thardus into logic. And I believe with our knowledge and current equipment, Venomous Pond is open to us. I mean, pretty much the whole game is at this stage. But... actually, except not really. Oh, Sank? Yeah, you can't even do Sank Entrance without Spider Ball right now. I mean, you could do it without Spider Ball, but you would have to do some precision screw attacking.
Transport Center. It's called Transport Center. Found it.
Okay, Steve almost died. You know, just casually dealing with Mama Sheegoth with only 11 health left.
You only need 1.
Yeah, it's 10 more than you need. And meanwhile, with nice health in tow, never mind, Steve is going to now get Dark Beam for Arrow Razor. Right in time for it to be kind of... Oh, no, it's Arrows in Storage C. Unfortunately, Arrow Razor is out of missiles.
Oh, no.
So is going to just use the Metroids here to grab a 10-pack.
Nice. Well played.
Oh, and it's worth it because it is his first power bomb of the day, 38 minutes in. Alright, what's in resource?
What room did he just grab the PBE in? That is storage
Storage
B?
C.
Storage C, thank you.
Meanwhile, Echo's Spider Ball was in Research Lab Hydra, locked by those super missiles that we got a while back. So Echoes is now looking pretty good. The only thing that Raylan is missing to really make life easier here is a power bomb, which Arrow Razor has on the flip side, and I would assume that Steve is going to get Spider soon. What is that? That is a red key, and you're not going to know who that belongs to, so... Oh, never mind. Raylan's dipping without getting that key. I have to assume, then, that Raylan is comfortable doing the gate skip for a Morbus. Because it looks like they're skipping that key no matter what. Because, yeah, I don't think we have a hint telling us where the other keys are. And often I say if you don't have the hint, get the key, but I have to assume then that Raylan is okay with skipping a Morbus of the Morbus gate for now. Having said that, that's going to be an issue if Chica is required, and that's a Chica key. We do not know about Chica yet. Arrow Razor, due to having Dark Beam at a more particular time, is going to go for the Incash 1 check here, but it's nothing.
And just to confirm, Chica is not known at this time.
Nope. We're probably going to learn about that soon, because Raylan does now have Emerald Translator, so is going to be able to read the hints here in Torvis. And Lower Torvis, for that matter, as well. And looks like Battleground item is no good. We know that the item in the cache is double damage. Alright. And we have an artifact here in Root Cave. Not Root Cave, abandoned... Nope, not even there. Path of Roots. I had one of those words right. Now, Raylan is still running on no energy tanks, by the way, and also, I don't believe read the hint in Path of Roots, despite having Emerald Translator. Oh, and I think they just found Ice Beam in Torvis Portal Chamber. Yep. That's Ice Beam, all right. And we know where Phazon's suit kind of is. We know it's near an Echo's boost spinner, so suddenly this seed is looking pretty... Uh-oh. Arrow Razor out of missiles. Can't go to the temple yet.
He was able to grab one from a plant.
Yeah,
He's good.
I don't think Raylan's done Broom Closet yet either, so this is actually a bunch of checks that... they have not done. So Arrow Razor could find something really nice here. Oh. Where we,
Something happened.
Get hints. I thought Death King was going to get hints there, read hints there, but that has not yet happened, I don't think. Oh, chat confirms the hint was read, that it was Wavebuster and Inghive. Thank you, chat. Alright, well that's kind of useless, so I'm not even going to bother writing that one down. Alright, one Timber moment later, and Death King is going to get some missiles out of Control Tower. And I think that was Dark Visor in Broom Closet.
No.
Because otherwise, Arrow Razor has Dark Visor, and I can't think of anything else that he would have gotten it from, so...
Let me go check. Grab that right now.
Jump Guardian, in the meantime, has a Prime E-Tank, which is not a bad thing at all. Oh, Dark Visor was Bioenergy, okay. Okay, so Arrow Razor's had it for hot. Oh, yeah, because otherwise he couldn't have gotten double damage. Makes sense. Now, unfortunately, with no Spider Ball, he's going to have to temporarily leave this check behind. Luckily, it's very conveniently right here. Once again, the story of the seed. Ain't it nice that this is right here when we need it?
Ah, Dark Suit was in Broom Closet.
Oh, even better. All right, so yeah, Raylan's still going without a suit. Meanwhile, we're going to see this check right here. And it was an E-Tank. There was surprisingly no progression in Underground Tunnel. Ooh, that's an artifact.
Artifact in the bottom of labs is always a good time. Light-aligned upgrade. Is that Sunburst?
A light-aligned upgrade in Incash 2. That would have to be... Incash 2. That is... Annihilator locked. So yeah, that would have to be... That would have to... I think that would have to be Sunburst. It'd have to be... Yeah, it'd have to be Sunburst. Because there's no other light-related upgrades. And it's Annihilator being locked, so it can't be anything nice. Alright, so another artifact here in Research Core, but with no Ice Beam. Yeah, we ain't going out that way. Alright, Arrow Razor's gonna read... I think we haven't seen this portal terminal hint yet. Oh, unfortunately, Arrow's gonna have to pause to take another look at that. Morph Ball Bomb's guard... Oh, right, the Morph Ball Bomb hint. Never mind.
Yep, we're good. We know where they are. They are in both our games.
So Raylan's gonna, in the meantime, check out... we'll see if... Okay, they're not gonna do the Plaza side. Ooh, there's the other progressive suit. Or that could be Phazon. It is Phazon. Yeah, because there is the... Raylan just used the boost spinner. So yeah, that's the hinted Phazon suit. Prime can pretty much full clear their... Well, actually, no. Prime is missing... Come to think of it, Prime doesn't have any power bombs either, I don't think.
There was one... You're right, Echo's only had the one PvE. Prime has not had a hamburger yet. Or a PvE.
Okay. Now, that being said, with beams in tow, Arrow Razor is going to check out the rest of the Aegon Temple neighborhood, so this will be Mine Shaft. Could check Mining Station B with a precise screw attack.
Mining Tunnel has an artifact. That's good to know.
We're getting artifacts and Sky Temple keys really early. I wonder if power bombs were just straight up deleted from the seed. It's a possibility. It's not common, but it has happened.
If what were deleted from the seed?
Power bombs, because it's happened. We've had, like, main power bombs in Putrid Alcove once. Which means there's no way you're getting... Which means there was no way in logic you're meant to get them. Unfortunately, it looks like Arrow Razor had an issue with the... sand piles, so is improvising here and received the artifact, but did not have any interest in Mining Station B.
Mining Station B also requires Seekers, which we don't have yet.
It does, but you can break the door down with a precision screw attack, because screw attack works on Seeker locks. Because, you know, screw attack breaks everything.
Trying to figure out which memes are real and which memes truly are, community memes. It's interesting just which developer bugs got through during development process of some of these games.
Well, most of them got patched out in later versions, to be fair.
You mean I can't do the scan dashed in the remastered version of Prime on Nintendo Switch? Oh, no.
I think there is actually... Oh, Phazon Mines has the last Aegon key. That's awkward.
What?
But yeah, there's a combat dash you can do in the room leading up to the bridge to Artifact Temple. You just have to keep it loaded, stay locked onto an enemy, and you can still scan dash onto the alcove ledge. So there is like a PAL or later way to do that, believe it or not. We are going to see the rest of our artifacts here. There's 5 left on Death King's side. Mineshaft, which we just saw. Magmore Workstation, which should be free with this equipment. Dark Aegon Temple we knew about already. Storage Cave, that's not too bad. Although I think that's ice locked. And Sun Chamber, well, guess we gotta go pluck a plant.
Plant or ghosts?
Still requires plucking a plant.
You're right. Flagra has to go down.
Alright, doesn't look like anything noticeably nice in Research Lab Aether.
And yes, this is any percent. The objective of this particular race is simply to complete the race in both games, both Metroid Prime 1 and Metroid Prime Echoes. This is not a 100% race. This is not a bingo race. This is merely a completion 2v2 team-based competition.
Alright, so Arrow Razor is still like the only one here with a power bomb here, so we might see a peek at Spider's treasure here, and we will. This is currently out of play. We're currently missing either Seeker missiles to come in from Sank entrance or main power bombs.
Power bombs? So main power bombs locks Seekers?
Possibly. If main power bombs if Seeker missiles are in Sanctuary, then the answer to that is yes.
Understood. The reason I ask is because I'm curious how often a single or a pair of power bomb expansions seems to take the logical place of main power bombs.
In Prime Rando, they do not.
Huh. Okay.
In both randos, they do not, I should say.
In both randos, okay. That's a glowing in Combat Mastery.
Oh, never mind. It's just an energy transfer module.
No. We do have a Powerbomb expansion is Umos's ultimate reward.
Which, I don't know, given Braylon's still missing a power bomb.
Yeah, it just needs to clear out Sanctuary, grab 3 keys for Dark Hive, and boom, you can have a power bomb, I guess. Have a cheeseburger.
I could do with a cheeseburger right now.
Oh, don't get me started. Now I have to start figuring out if we would do what's the old joke? If it's In-N-Out or Whataburger. That's always anyway.
BK mode, yeah.
Oh yeah, true. That is the correct play here. So let's go check out Hazing Cliff, and Hazing Cliff is dead today. Interesting.
All right.
I'm so used to Hazing Cliff being annoying. Sorry, go ahead.
I don't think there was anything in Culling Chamber, so either way, Arrow's gonna bust out here, because, yeah, not much else we can do from this side of the fence. Although, yeah, no Echo Visor or Seeker Missiles here, so can't really do much in Hive Dynamo from the front here. Alright, so Steve has paused for a minute, and it looks to be going for Thardus. Or at the very least, Quarantine Monitor. I don't believe we've seen this yet.
The pathing is so interesting because once again we have heavily diverged. We're about to go skip Alpha Blog and take on Thardus, and we're doing Ghosts at the same time. Just very, very interesting dynamic video going on right now. Thank you for switching to Thardus audio.
My pleasure. No problem. Angry rock noises in the meantime.
No, not enough minerals in my diet. That's where that joke went. Don't worry about it.
Alright, so there is the hinted boost ball in Under Temple Access. So now Prime has boost. Only thing Prime is missing as far as anything, as far as like being able to full clear the game, is a power bomb.
And it looks like that's a missile underneath Hall of the Elders.
Okay, game. Literally, where are the power bombs? Like, it's ridiculous. Like, I'm pretty sure we've seen more than half of the game, and from all of that, we've seen one power bomb. Like, there's a bunch out there.
10 for Prime, or 10 for Echoes, and how many for Prime?
8. So mains gives you 2, so there's 6 expansions. So there's 7 powerbomb related items in Prime. There are 8 in Echoes because mains give 3. Yeah, I think we made a change a while back for mains to give 3, so that way Hall of Honor Dead could potentially have Morph Ball bombs. Because then you can use power bombs to break off of the boost slots. Yeah, that was a change made a few years ago at this point, actually. It's happened too. We have had bombs in Hall of the Honor Dead.
That is very silly.
But it makes for great content.
Hey, you know what? That is all that matters. In order to get new racers, you gotta come up with some shenanigans. Is this the first time we're actually taking a look at Dynamo? Yes, because we haven't had
yes.
Fighter.
More like Prime didn't have bombs.
That too. Alright, lower Dynamo has a missile. We'll grab it, I guess. Upper Dynamo. It has a moth, that's annoying. And more missiles. Okay, so Dynamo's dead. We are waiting for Thardus to finish flexing. Showing off his gains.
Yeah, unfortunately with no power bombs, Steve has to do this fight the hard way. At the very least, you have Plasma Beam. Thardus is slightly weaker to Plasma Beam. Aw, missiles. Alright, and it looks like Raylan with the extra energy tanks here is going to get the rest of the Sky Temple key hints. I did not see what that was in War Ritual Grounds. Now, we do have Dark Visor. We do need Seeker Missiles still for the Accursed Lake Sky Temple key at the very least. But there is a way to skip that Seeker's Door, but it's one that I'm unfortunately have not been trained on yet, so that is to me, it's a bit more of a tougher Seekerless. What we're going to see Raylan do here, I believe, is try to jump into the tunnel here with Screw Attack in order to clip out of bounds and jump to the Seeker's Door.
That would make sense simply because going out of bounds, you're not losing health during the out of bounds experience, are you?
You are. It's still regular health decay, it's during Screw Attack, however, you take reduced damage if you're still on Various Suit.
Ah.
Yeah, it goes down to like 2 damage per second during Various Suit. For Dark Suit, it's unchanged. Which, yeah, that's actually a bit of a problem right now for Raylan, is that they're still missing a suit. They have not yet gone to Broom Closet, but that was a wonderful ceiling warp there. And by busting down the door over there from the back, the Seeker's Door discombobulates. So ideally,
nice.
Raylan wants to leave here with the knowledge of those keys and not have to do that again. Now, we know this red key does not belong to a Morbus, but we don't know if it belongs to Chica.
There's got to be something... Go ahead.
We are seeing Plant in the meantime.
there has to be something to be said for video game design that shows without allowing players to access particular power-ups, because being able to see the key but not scan the key is just kind of a kind of move.
Yeah, and unfortunately it was an ink. Yeah, we ain't gonna be needing that. Well, I mean, actually, we might. Quad could just be vanilla. Although there is still a way to.
Missiles.
There is still a way to. Say that again.
Quad is missiles. That was already hinted.
Oh yeah, you're right. And the Tumos has already been hinted dead as well. Now, even if we didn't have Annihilator Beam, you could still skip the keys anyway. You could do a bomb space jump into a screw attack, and you can jump over the door. Unfortunately, this does not work in later versions or in the Better Echoes April Fool's Day hack.
Okay, I just heard a series of words I was not expecting to hear. What is the Better Echoes April Fool's Day hack, please?
It is a hack of Prime 2 developed by Claris, who is one of the legends in the Prime community. She made that as a April Fool's joke containing a lot of the in-jokes related to Prime 4.
Oh no.
And it's actually, like, pretty well done given the circumstances.
Nice.
And yeah, she also made the original Echoes Rando. Yeah, like I said, a big figurehead in the Prime community.
All right, here we go. We got key hints incoming. We need to find 7 more.
I think a couple of them we have seen elsewhere. Let's see. We have Junction Site. That's known already. That's right before Jump Guardian. Sacrificial Chamber. That is Grapple Guardian. So we have another required boss. This one I'm missing because of...
A Cursed Lake.
Lag. A Cursed Lake we knew about already.
Elite Research.
Okay, that needs a power bomb, so if we could just find a power bomb. A power bomb or boost ball. Either or. And then Hydro Axe. Ooh, we need Gravity Suit.
Elite Central Access.
Elite Boombox, okay. And then one more here. I think this one's probably known. Oh, no, it's not. Yeah, no one's gone back to Tower of Light. How about that? I mean, Tower of Light at this stage is very out of the way, to be fair.
Tower of Light in general is just out of the way. Oh, and I just realized why Rowland was taking his time reading those hints out aloud for us, but also for himself. He's dead. He had to reload his save, so those hints have to be stored either by mind or by pencil.
All right, so it looks like Arrow Razor is doing the same thing here, but unfortunately fell in the Hall of the Eyes here, so is going to have to wait until he is high enough to ether jump out of this, because the way out of bounds movement works in GameCube Prime, for those not, and basically pre-remastered Prime for those not in the know, is every room is inside a box. In the box is normal gravity. Outside the box is ether, where you just gradually go up, little by little. As you cross the box, in and out of the box, there's a 3-frame window where you can get a space jump. Unfortunately, I tell you a hint, but I ran out of time.
I ran out of them, yeah.
Oh, ran out of them, okay.
I ran out of them. Just... Very goof. Much appreciate.
All right.
But you were telling me how everything is a shoebox, and inside the shoebox you have normal world. Outside of the shoebox you have either constantly raising you up.
Yeah. So as you cross the box, there's a 3-frame window to jump. So that's how you basically traverse up. Out of bounds as you go to these boundary boxes and you try to time those 3-frame space jumps. Now, don't bother trying to do this in Prime Remastered, because in Prime Remastered, and I would assume Prime 4, although I don't think we've ever gotten out of bounds yet in Prime 4, Every room is not in a box. Every room has normal gravity whether you like it or not.
Amazing.
So let's go back. Let's go back and talk about our keys for a hot second here. So Elite Research is either requires Boost Ball or main power bombs because there's 2 items in Elite Research. So with that in mind, it is still possible that power bombs are deleted from the seed, depending on where the mine's Dark Aegon key is, of course. Now, oh, we've gone out of bounds in Soul Valley? I did not know that. Well, I don't know exactly where going out of bounds in Soul Valley would get you. Yeah, apparently chat says that's useless for now. Oh, there's Gravity Suit. It was in Upper Fiery, Fiery Shore's tunnel. Okay. That solves the Hydro Access Tunnel mystery. So Prime does need their main power bombs. Which, by the way, where did Steve get a power bomb?
Oh my goodness, where did...
Oh, Quarantine Monitor. Chat says Quarantine Monitor.
Thank you.
Okay, so these 1 power bombs are actually doing a lot more good than you might think for team bombs on Thardus. It was kind of power bombs on Thardus. What do you know?
Power bombs near Thardus. Thardus himself was holding missiles.
Power bombs on Thardus adjacent.
Bombs on Thardus asterisk.
All right, we're going to get a look at Grand Wind Chamber. Now, if this is progression, which honestly, I don't think it is. Oh, is that Prime? I may have lied. Is that Prime's main power bombs?
Does Aerial Razor care?
Either that or that was just the aura of the jetpack.
Let me go digging. I'm gonna go digging.
Now, having said that, it is possible to get that item. Ooh, we can get the ship item too. Yeah, what's on the ship? Because no one's checked that. It's a suit. That has been in play, by the way, for 45 minutes.
Oh my goodness.
Actually, I think even earlier, because I think with... No, that was basically available ever since Dark Beam was picked up. Because with Dark and Light Beam and Super Missiles, you can go to Jump Guardian without bombs. So, yeah, that's been in play for a while.
So, as somebody who's new to the community, I'm still learning kind of how everything works. How strong is the hatred for the GFMC loop?
Actually not much. The GFMC loop itself is actually usually pretty good, especially if you, can get the item on the ship right away. It's especially nicer if the crate has a suit, because you can then just dupe the suit. Well, if it's a progressive item. If it's a standalone item, it doesn't work.
Sure.
There's actually another case where that happens in Echoes, and that is for DMT. If you fight DMT without bombs in your inventory, as soon as you reload to Hive Chamber A, you just fight DMT again and get the item over again. So that could also be like a double suit.
I did not know about the DMT play. I just checked the VOD, and Grand Chamber has the Grand Wonder total of 5 missiles for Prime.
Oh, wonderful.
So nothing of value was lost.
Alright, so we're going to see Arrow Razor do Sank Entrance here. This item is in play, but we do not know... we can't go past this point without Secret Missiles. Now, that is still hard required for Echoes by logic, because you still can't technically get to Sky Temple without Secret Missiles. Whoops! That is a down moment.
Steve heading in to go fight Ghost and Flagra. Looks like Flagra this time around. Wasn't Flagra holding something important?
Sun Chamber has a Sky Temple key. So it's
Yeah,
either
that's
on... I think it's on Ghosts. Now, because we're approaching from behind, Steve has actually not hit the trigger to start the Flogra fight, so doesn't have to worry about it.
poor plant never woke up. Just kept sleeping. Okay, and we've got plenty of action going on because we're going to this entrance of Sanctuary Fortress. We're checking out more stuff in Magmore. We've got a Fendrana check. Don't give up now. Just get out of the acid. There you go. And then we're still playing around in Torvus Bog.
A movement system can be found in a regional temple. I think we've basically seen all of our movement systems at this point, so that's kind of not useful. I believe that is referring to... Hold on a second.
Visor
Ooh.
on bioenergy. Thought we already knew that. No?
That is actually new knowledge for Raylan, because Raylan has not been to bioenergy production yet, so never got that Dark Visor. So given that knowledge, that's a big break for Raylan Tankir here. Yeah, the Emerald... I always did find that the Emerald Translator hints were pretty powerful in plugging up holes and missing item gaps. But yeah, that's... And we're seeing that firsthand here. Alright, we're going to read another hint here. And this one tells us that Trial Tunnel has Raylan's suit. So that's all the good knowledge, all the knowledge telling Raylan, hey, by the way, you know those checks you missed in Aegon because the logic was kind of weird and your bombs were late? Hey, you can go get them now. They're progression. Thanks, game. Thanks a bunch.
Hey, if he hadn't been told that, would he have gone?
Probably,
Artifact of nature.
Probably not for a while, yeah. Although the lack of power bombs is still a pretty good incentive to stay out of Sanctuary, to be fair.
It's called Communications Plaza, isn't it? Hang on, I'm just looking up something.
Where? This room right here? Or where?
Area Razor.
Oh, okay. Yeah, power bombs were deleted. They're in Dynamo Chamber. Power bombs were completely deleted from Echoes. Hey, I don't call this trash on purpose, you know. But yeah, so as I was saying earlier, because power bombs are locked by Echo's power bombs, basically they're never meant to be used. So secret missiles have to be someplace that isn't Sanctuary. That much we know. Other than that, yeah, you're not expected to use power bombs for anything, so that's incredible knowledge for bombs on Thardus.
I'm sorry. I'm new to CGC. I'm still chewing on what you just told me because main power bombs were locked behind power bombs. There can be no major items on any checks that require any power bombs.
From Echo's side, yes.
Ew. that
about sums
this
it up.
commentator's opinion. Ew. End of sentence.
That's fine. That about sums it up. Now, that also being said, there could still be major items behind those power bombs, which, if there are, those are also in turn deleted and will not yield any major progression behind them. So, for example, if let's say we've already seen Putrid Alcove, but let's say main power bombs locked the prime power bombs, then the prime power bombs would also be deleted.
They were also not required in the first place. Right, because the logic sorts them after sorting the majors, sorting the keys, it then shuffles everything else.
I think so, yeah. Now, unfortunately, Raylan still does not have Seeker Missiles, so cannot get, or Dark Visor for that matter, so cannot get the key, the artifact rather, in a Cursed Lake. But has a good guesstimate of where it is now because of the bioenergy hint. So that being said, I'm trying to think about what the story is for Go mode. In Arrow Razor's case, Arrow Razor's about to get Phazon Suit in Forgotten Bridge soon. Otherwise, actually, come to think of it, I think once Arrow Razor gets Phazon Suit, I think that's Go mode. Oh wait, no, Seeker Missiles. Actually, wait a minute. Yeah, I guess I think Echoes would want Seekers for a Cursed Lake. I don't think either runner is the most familiar with that skip yet. So yeah, right now the obstacle for Echoes is Seeker Missiles. Prime is basically in Go mode.
Jeez. But do they know it? None of our Prime players have checked their artifact hints. No,
they have.
No, they did. They did. More workstation, storage cave, and sun chamber.
And we know where Ice Beam is too. It is in because yeah, I don't think Steve has ice yet. Arrow's going to see that in a bit too. That is currently located in Portal Chamber. So yeah, Ice Beam and Phazon Suit are right next to each other. And yeah, this is a side effect of Power Bombs being deleted. Is that it just kind of locks out a whole lot of the game.
Something I'm just realizing how much we have not dipped into Sanctuary Fortress, and that must have been a side effect of the fact that power bombs were never intended to be used.
Yeah, so Secret Missiles, as a result of that, Secret Missiles cannot be in Sanctuary. Now, that being said, wherever Secret Missiles ran off to, I have no idea. In fact, I'd be a little alarmed if they were on Chica right now.
Oh, no.
Because, yeah, we have no idea. We have not seen Secret Missiles yet. We haven't seen anybody dip, well, there's the Ice Beam hint. Nice. Well, Arrow's going to go get that right now. Actually, it just occurred to me, yeah, our runners haven't dipped mines yet because Ice Beam was so late. Death King was nowhere near mines on the first pass. And Ice Beam is about to show up here for Steve. Wow, what an interesting seed. Now, that being said, Raylan is going to gate skip, I think, here for a Morbus. Because otherwise, Death King would have to dip mines to look for the last Aegon key. Come to think of it, has anybody checked Magma Pool? And training chamber access and the like.
Oh no, we haven't done that loop.
Because, yeah, Various Suit wasn't that late.
We've got Grapple, a Power Bomb that we don't need, and Wave Beam. Yeah, no, that loop is definitely in logic. Has to be.
Yeah, it's definitely in play. The thing that actually Prime is missing Grapple Beam, which we know where that is. It's in Poison Bog. Arrow Razor could actually go get that now. So yeah, that would actually make Steve's life a little bit easier going for those checks. We know Hydro. You know where else Secret Missiles could be? Biohazard Containment.
In Frigate?
Yeah.
People don't like to do Frigate. That is a phenomenon.
They may not like it, but we love to see it.
Well,
All right, Steve also getting his revenge on Crossway.
wow, doesn't make the standable this time.
So yeah, Arrow Razor has immediately sent Ice Beam over to Steve. So yeah, Steve's game is now completely wide open. Pretty much full clearable. The only thing Steve is missing is Boost, which was someplace kind of
Uncontrollable
nice.
access.
Yes. Which I believe Arrow Razor knows about. So yeah, I'm still inclined to think the answer is mines. Because we just have not seen mines yet. Yeah, we might not even need a Annihilator Beam this seed either, because we haven't seen that either. Yeah, for Echoes in particular, this seed is very limited. Because, yeah, no sign of Annihilator Beam, Power Bombs deleted.
Alright, so we're going to get the Magmore workstation room done. We're still playing in Dark Labs. We're playing in Torvus, Dark Torvus, and we're playing with Back Chozo.
Yeah, so Steve is going to finish... Yeah?
We didn't full clear Phendrana, correct?
Well, Death King just wrapped up clearing Phendrana, and I don't think found anything else.
So it's just Phazon mines that just need to be hit for the things that we do know, the SDKs that are there.
Yeah, I don't know if we've seen plasma processing yet. I don't know if Death King checked that. No, we didn't. Oh, wait. Oh, Annihilator was in Far Phendrana. Okay. Oh, that's what chat meant by Annihilator. My bad. Okay, so here's the thing, though. Right now, Annihilator's not doing us any good.
If you have light and dark beams, you're essentially allowed to play 95% of the game. Annihilator only locks, let me count the doors in my head, maybe like 5 or 6?
Very few, not to mention the Echo Lock puzzles as well, but we haven't seen Echo Visor either, so...
Or any hints calling for them.
Yeah, and something that's actually making me very suspicious as to them being not required is that we got a Wave Buster hint. Usually super combos like that are not typically hinted unless the game ran out of hints. Ran out of items to hint. And Echoes has found some nice stuff, like it hinted Thermal Visor, it hinted suits, it hinted multiple suits at that. It hinted, like, bombs, boost ball, like, it hinted some nice stuff. So for the game to hint Wave Buster suggests that maybe the game doesn't care about Echo or Annihilator Beam. It certainly doesn't care about main power bombs.
I'm going to repeat myself and ew. If you're playing seeds that are not requiring 2/3 of your kit, then that is a very strange and unnatural seed, at least to me. But then again, I'm still new here. I need to play more seeds. I want to keep playing Metroid Prime randomizers games.
Yeah, well, having said that, it is not a very common occurrence, but also... I've lost my train of thought.
You do have a you do have some background noise that would be interfering with your thought process. So I would I would give a little grace to yourself, not being able to grab everything you're thinking of at the moment, just because you have a little bit of a distraction. Not to say distractions aren't aplenty in the CGC with all of the hints, all of the checks to go through. Captain, let me ask a quick question. Because the way I think of Prime 1 on Talon 4, your items are still closely clustered together. How clustered are checks in Prime 2 in Echoes on Aether?
Not as well clustered. Certainly, there's a lot more you have to backtrack for in the late game, because like you have the Sky Temple key hints, for example, or the Sky Temple keys rather, and the vast majority of them you can't get until you get Light Suit, which is like the last major pickup you get in the game. Prime just found their own main power bombs in Frigate, so okay, Prime's main power bombs are not deleted. Oh wow, they were in Frigate this whole time. That has only just been put into play because Ice Beam was late. Wow. Okay, can we find secret missiles now? Come on, secret missiles and biohazard. Make it happen.
Well, let's see if Steve trips over them in about 40 more seconds. Alright. Get rid of the 2 robots. And we checked with X-Ray Visor, and we don't like what we saw.
Nope. Alright, Plaza Access did not have Seekers either.
Nope, that's not where you want to jump. I actually know the trick that Aerial Razor was trying to do because it's one of the tricks that I learned relatively quickly. And, oh, they were just going for the peak. Right. I knew that.
Yeah, that was a peak. So yeah, not the Plaza area. Well, that begs the question still, where are Seeker Missiles? Yeah, I'm convinced at this point Seeker Missiles are in mines, especially with main power bombs in tow. I mean, Seekers could just be on OP.
Keys to Dark Aegon. Aegon Wastes. Alright.
It was Aegon, Dark Aegon, or Aegon, Chozo, and Mines, which we already got the first 2. The Mines key is the one we're missing. Which Raylan has not yet skipped the gate for Amorbus, so maybe they're not comfortable doing that gate skip. Because, yeah, that is a pretty long duration out of bounds. Not to mention, especially given that it is for an artifact, you can just reset out of it. We're going to get a Boost Guardian check here on Arrow Razor's side. Another ETM over there. Fun fact, double damage Sunburst is one-shot kill on Boost Guardian. I discovered this somewhat by accident and thought I broke the game.
Please no break game.
The Prime games are already broken.
No, they're perfect works of art. I have no idea what you're
Game is perfect, no notes.
No notes. 8 and left, no crumbs.
Oh, jeez. Yeah. So, I wonder if... Like, Prime's obviously going to full clear mines, but I wonder if you're on the Echo side, you go check your Cobalt hints, which I think that's what Raylan's going to do here. Because, yeah, we have no idea where Seeker Missiles are, and they're basically required at this point, if not for getting to Sky Temple, then for a Cursed Lake. So yeah, we really need to figure out where those Seeker Missiles ran off to. This is a very interesting bottleneck, because Seeker Missiles are not usually one of the last items we run into. It's usually either Screw Attack or a Beam. But Seeker Missiles is pretty rare. At least in my experience. It's Super Missiles that really are the strugglesome weapon to miss out on. Alright, there's a cheeseburger in main quarry.
During occasion of Fen being required. Gotcha. No, and I'm curious if it's how clear the knowledge checks are between players, knowing how the hints work, that PBs locking themselves out, and how that affects the echoes generation, as well as the hints showing off, hey, we know where your wave buster is, how big of a tip-off and clue that is.
We had one CG seed, I want to say it was 3 years ago in like the early stages of the Cross-Game Cup, where Echoes had so little progression items that the game was literally hinting expansion tanks.
That
like three,
that's
like
disgusting.
two regions in. It was like, excuse me, are you telling me Echoes is basically already done here?
Jeez.
Like, I think there were 2 hints hinting different ammo expansions.
Ugh.
Yeah, but at this point, I think one way or another, Seekers are in a lousy spot. They're either deep into mines or somewhere in mines, or they're on Chica. In which case, we need to go find all the Chica keys, which we only know where one of them are, which was in Chozo.
We still haven't been to Tower of Light, yeah?
Nope.
Dark Torvus Key 1. Okay, so that's Life Grove access.
Well, there's the other one. What is that in the tunnel and energy tank? Alright, so Talon Overworld had the second Torvus key.
Wait, what was the first one you said?
Chozo.
Oh, Zoid, yeah.
Right, Zoid had the first key. So... And yeah, I didn't even think about the,
Aereo just picked up Boost Ball.
Yeah,
where was
we're gonna
that?
see. That was the hinted boost ball in Under Temple Access.
Oh, we need that. Yep, thank you.
And it looks like Prime Power Bombs are... Oh, I missed that hint. What did that say? Hold, please.
Super Missile can be found in Sand Cache. We knew that.
Thanks, game. We knew that for like the whole video game.
Now, chat's saying Echo, and now I'm a little confused if we didn't know about that. We did. We don't?
We just picked it up. Steve got it in Security Access A.
Thank you.
So with Echo, and Annihilator Beam is known as well, because that's in Farfandrana. So given that, Echo Visor puzzles are now open. Now, the problem is... I don't know if Raylan's never seen main power bombs yet, so they do not know yet that secret missiles cannot possibly be here. Now, there might still be a Cobalt hint that helps point in the right direction, but we know for a fact that this clear of Sank is pretty much a waste of time. Come to think of it, were there any Sky Temple keys in Sanctuary either? Like, I think Sanctuary, like, as a location was just straight up deleted.
We had Junction Site, Sacrificial Chamber, Accursed Lake, Elite Research, Hydro Access Tunnel, Boombox, and Tower Chamber.
Yeah, no, Sanctuary is just straight up deleted.
Magma Workstation, Storage Cave, and Sun Chamber, so it wasn't even for artifacts either.
Nope. I think Raylan's dive here is, unless there is a secret missile bailout hint, unfortunately, Sanctuary Fortress is a foolish choice, as they say in Zelda Rando.
In OOT.
Ooh.
That was a hint for Dark Torvus.
Has the last and Phazon Mines also has the last Torvus key. Okay.
Did Raylan just peek what was behind that Echo puzzle, or is he just skipping it for now?
Just skipping it for now and going straight to O'Lear.
Gotcha. What if O'Lear has Seekers?
One joke hint. Could. No. O'Lear can't have Seekers. Seekers cannot be in Sanctuary.
Okay.
Because you need Seekers to get through the front door.
Light ammo expansion is dead.
I am disappointed. Now, that all being said, I mean, Seekers have got to be in mines at this point, because I think at this point we've seen basically, besides a couple of Echo Locks, well, let me think this through, actually. Yeah, with Emerald Translator in tow, you can backdoor the Phazon Grounds area and get a few checks there. So, yeah, there would be 2 checks in play there. There would be Profane Path, which Arrow needs Annihilator and Raylan needs Echo. On that note, Death King has been spending a very large amount of time on this bar skip here.
Did he go through Frigate already? Why?
I don't think so. I think that's what he wants to do.
Then go to Frigate, brother.
I think Death King... Well, where was Death King coming from? Farfen, right?
Farfen...
Right, meantime, we're going to see...
What's on Vault? Wavebuster. What? No, that can't be right.
What was the Wavebuster hint?
Inghive.
Yeah, that wouldn't be Wavebuster. That looks like something important. Oh, really? There's a key for all 3 regions in mines. Thanks, game. Thanks a bunch. And a Sky Temple key in mines. So yeah, all 4 different types of Echoes keys are in mines.
They just be mining for keys every day. I don't know what to say.
No kidding. Alright, Arrow Razor is going to get the Grapple Guardian artifact, while Raylan attempts to do a gate skip here, but does not get the instant morph. This is a pretty interesting trick, because you have to get an instant morph going into the morph ball slot, and how I find it's easier to do is as you're jumping back, to go neutral on the stick. I don't know if that's just my imagination, but I found that going neutral on the stick makes the instant morph more likely to trigger.
Well, whatever it took, it worked out this time. And he's able to get back on the puzzle and go check the item at the top half.
Meanwhile, Steve has picked up the Boombox key, while Arrow Razor has picked up the Grapple Guardian key.
Dark Ammo expansion on the top of that Spider Maze.
Alright, now we've got... I say 2 checks in Aerial Training Site, but again, we already know that there's nothing in here. Yeah, I think right now all eyes are on... ooh, Dark Aegon Key 3 was in PPC, which means Arrow Razor now has all 3 of his Aegon keys.
We know that Amorbus was dead? Quad's dead, Chick is dead, Amorbus has something.
Amorbus has an artifact.
An artifact?
So, yeah.
Why didn't I write down which he was on? Okay.
Well, to be fair, that hint was very early. But yeah, that's big because... So Arrow Razor's just doing a quick double check of his keys to see what the story is. So at this point, yeah, I think the only issue is a Cursed Lake. So the question becomes, is Arrow Razor comfortable breaking down the Seeker door? Because if yes, then he's golden. If not, well, we already sang that song and dance a few times.
Well, and in this particular setup, in the Seeds generation, the logic is not expecting you to do Seekerless door entries. They are expecting you to have Seekers in order to open the doors. Now, our players' skill levels can be higher than that as part of the tournament setting, so if you know how to do this with Screw Attack, by all means. But the game's logic does not have that built in, right? That was just a missile.
Well, it does. You can set difficulty sliders for trick levels. So there could be things like Seekerless Locks, Air Underwater, Opening Gates from Behind, General Game Knowledge. So you can set the difficulty sliders as you please, but for the tournament, it's a mix between a lot of beginners and some no tricks. Like air underwater isn't enabled. Gates from behind is set to beginner. Knowledge and movement is set to beginner. Like, you get the idea. Like, it's a mix between beginner and trickless in some areas.
One of the hardest tournaments that this community can put out runs on beginner tricks. What an interesting pair of knowledge sentences.
Fair enough.
Because Go ahead.
Oh, believe me. Imagine when we start running the hyper mode tournaments.
Oh no. What is a hyper mode tournament? Is that just with all tricks enabled?
Hyper mode is basically max difficulty for that trick level.
So 4 people are playing that, one from each game. So 2 for Prime and 2 for Echoes. Jeez. How many? Actually, no. Let me ask a question while we wait for Seekers and the rest of the keys to be collected. We've got another hint coming in, and it's the progressive suit. We already knew about that.
Yeah.
How in your experience as a member of the community, how many people play at such a high level of knowledge and practice?
Very rarely. Yeah, like it's been done. Like a lot of our a good chunk of our veteran runners have done hyper mode and minimal checking, but it's not something that's done commonly. So like I say hyper mode tournament as a joke.
Okay, thank you. Just because I come from a different community. I play Windjammers at a high level, and it's one thing where the game itself is very easy for beginners to learn, but tournaments are split up into 2 sections. You have the section where everyone's playing because they've never played and it's fun, and then the same, I want to say 6 people that if you see their names, you know which top 10 they're going to be in. And I would tell you a hint, but I ran out of them. And I'm going to keep reading that out loud because that joke is still funny. I didn't know if NPR has a similar situation going on where you have almost different tiers and layers of ranked players, of folks who know all the tricks, folks who know plenty of tricks, folks who do not know any tricks, and folks who just walked in and are confused as to why you're not getting a missile launcher off of Hive Totem.
Yeah, it's really hard for me to speak to that. That all being said, Steve is going to get Annihilator being pretty soon for Arrow Razor. That is going to give him a handful of extra checks. Meanwhile, given that Echo Visor is in Mines, Death King at this point is now very hideously bleeding time. Because it's also entirely possible that an Echo Visor door is the answer here. So, because yeah, this is the security cave item, which I don't remember if this was Annihilator. Yeah, this is Annihilator. So yeah, with that in mind, Arrow Razor's actually standing right in front of Profane Path. So that actually was, I don't think intentional, but either way, very well timed. Because yeah, this will give Arrow Razor 2 checks in Phazon Grounds and Profane Path. And, I mean, we may be, if their secret missiles are on Profane Path, we may very well be seeing some profane language.
Uh-oh. We won't see it on stream. My favorite interaction so far, being as this is still my first NPR tournament to watch, my favorite was watching a Dark Beam come across to a player. They were in the middle of their map, just kind of checking where they were, and the map shook back and forth when the message read across the screen. And that was amusing to me, but it is hard to kind of be emotive when you are, you know, trying to get through this race as fast as possible, and the only thing that you have control over is the angle of Samus's gun.
Pretty much.
What a code! The code, ladies and gentlemen, I am here to tell you this seed is not a joke. This seed is a treasure. It is a 1 out of 3. Oh my god, he got it. Give it up for Aerial Razor cracking the code for an E-Tank.
That would have been even more cinema if that was Seeker Missiles.
If that was actually Seeker Missiles, oh my gosh.
Because it was all high, and this seed is basically high.
This seed is, hey man, power bombs.
Ooh.
I've never heard of them. Oh, we peaked. What was that?
So I want to just briefly touch that Raylan is actually attempting to skip Seeker Missiles now for a Cursed Lake. Is actually about to get Echo Visor pretty soon as well. So Steve did not dip. It should be noted, Steve did not dip lower mines. It looks like he busted out after picking up all the important stuff in mines, in upper mines. So never dipped MQA, never dipped MQB. Where are these? We'll see if Raylan may be looking up a video on this right now because you are allowed to do that.
That's good to knowledge to know. Did I miss Death King successfully passing bar skip?
I guess so.
Then I think we should give a round of applause in chat to Death King passing the bar. It is a very challenging trick, and I believe quick round of applause. Well done, Death King.
All right, now Raylan is going ahead and probably trying to check knowledge and wisely pausing because health is still kind of draining right now. They do not have light suit yet from the GFMC ship.
How do you go an hour 45 minutes without checking GFMC?
You say that, and it's actually because of how late.
Psychovisor.
Okay. Well, Raylan. The thing is, Raylan beat Jump Guardian very late. The item on the ship doesn't appear until you've collected the Jump Guardian item.
Beat Jump Guardian. No, you're right. No, you're absolutely right.
So
oh my goodness, what a cluster. What a fantastic seed. What a work of art. We're going to be peeking the flamethrower spawn for a missile, and Death King is going to keep charging through mines. I'm pretty sure that Bombs on Thardus is currently in the lead. Am I mistaken here?
I think you are correct in that regard, assuming Raylan does not get this secret list, because Arrow Razor has the means now to go fight a Morbus and get the 8th key, or to get Steve's last artifact. Now, it's risky, but Steve could theoretically, after Arrow takes down a Morbus, Steve could technically go and finish his game and stop the clock on his end. However, the risk to that is if Seeker Missiles are in, like, lower mines, then Steve has to undone and basically bring the timer up to the current amount and keep going. Which,
sure,
that's an incredibly risky strategy, but it looks like Steve is going to dip lower mines instead. Which,
if you're done with your game, you want to do as much work as you can for your partner, whether that be collecting extra missiles, collecting extra health, or just searching, maybe I do have that one major they need.
Yeah, so at this point, Raylan's not able to get the Secret List lock. Yeah, the Accursed Lake one, if I'm not mistaken, is a noticeably higher difficulty.
There's Grapple Beam. Grapple Beam in...
that was Crossroads.
Right, I knew that. Why did I... Oh, because I was looking at Prime. Derp, 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 derp.
No, you're good. I mean, Prime has Crossway, so...
Oh, why is that... I need to fix my documents. I wonder... I think this is the most important question that we've had all seed. Where is Sonic Boom? Why haven't we had Guile enter the tournament?
Good
Where is
question.
Sonic Boom? I was talking with a friend, and I called Sunburst Starburst by accident. I don't know if I'm allowed to ask if we can keep that one.
All right, so yeah, Raylan is still attempting to skip Seeker Missiles here. Now, if Raylan, it's getting to the point where it actually might almost become inconsequential because, I mean, either way, I think Seeker Missiles are going to show up for bombs on Thardus in a few moments here. Like, it's either going to be in lower mines or it's going to be... Actually, yeah, I don't think it can be anywhere else because there's no other Echo Locks anywhere outside of Sanctuary, which is deleted. So... yeah, I'm like 99.9% sure that lower mines is the answer.
Quick shout out to chat for answering my question. Sonic Boom is on the Wii U. Well played, well spoken, no notes from me.
I understood that reference.
That is the follow-ups. Alright. Raylan knows how to do the skip. So Raylan's going to get this skip done while Death King goes through mines. Before Steve finishes mines and Aerial Razor grabs a Morbus. This is going to be the skip of the century happening right now. In front of your very eyes.
Luckily, in Raylan's case, it's not such a big deal as far as health, because Dark Suit and 7 energy tanks just gives you more than enough time to deal with this. The issue is going to be if Raylan runs out of missiles before breaking down the door, because you can see Raylan is firing 1 missile to break the lowest lock, and then trying to get the screw for the other 4. BCW, Baja, did Baja roll this? Because I know Baja set up the race room.
Wait, we're not blaming Reed for a seed this time?
I don't know.
Well, yeah, we do have another race going on at SpeedGaming 4 very, very shortly. So, I wouldn't be surprised if we lose a few staff members to make sure that both shows are going on all right. And folks, if you are enjoying this show, be encouraged to take a look around some of what the Speed Gaming community channels have to offer. I know that they've got Super Metroid and A Link to the Past tournaments constantly going. Feel free to constantly keep an eye out on twitch.tv/SpeedGaming, as well as SpeedGaming 2 through 5.
Unfortunately, Phazon Mining Tunnel was not the answer. I think Arrow Razor is going to Feeding Pit. Ooh, yeah, Feeding Pit could also have been the answer. And this is... yeah, because you weren't coming back here after Light Suit just because of how late it was. So yeah, it could be Feeding Pit. This is basically like the last chance for Echoes to still have it in their game. Alright, it's not Fungal Hall B.
And Aerial Razor did kill Powerbomb Guardian, so this spawn will actually appear. I have lost count of how many times in my baby learning stage... Wait. We're going why are we going all the way around? What?
We're going to... good question, actually. I think Arrow Razor wants to check in Cache 2, even though I don't think it was hinted as a Seeker Missile upgrade. We know in Cache 2 was hinted, it wasn't, you know.
Ink Cache 2... Ink Hive 2 was Sunburst. Cache 2, I don't see in my
right,
notes.
Yeah. Dark Oasis is locked by Power Bombs, so it can't possibly have Seeker Missiles. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, that checks.
Thank you.
By the way, there's that Sonic Boom you wanted.
Sonic Boom is vanilla?
Just hit me.
What a... This is everything I expected from a seed and more. Hey, you
Thanks,
want
game.
power bombs? No. You want Sonic Boom? It's vanilla. Go get it.
Thanks, game. Thanks a bunch.
Hey, you like mines? Hey, you like mines? Go mine.
There they
There's
are.
the launcher.
Secret missiles and MQB. And that is gonna do it. Bombs on Thardus is now in full go mode. What a train wreck.
Is Steve gonna go fight? No, we're warping out of
Yeah,
there.
no, there is no reason to do that. Yeah, so now at this point, even if Raylan gets the skip, I don't think there is enough time for this is the Bombs on Thardus' race to lose. I think they have after having a bit of a slower start due to later dips into Fendrana and later times getting to beams. They have very much taken control of this race.
All right. Let me click buttons real fast. I may pop in and out real quick. I don't know if it makes noise for you. Hopefully it doesn't. Give me just a sec.
All right, well, we'll see if, in the meantime, if Death King manages to get to Secret Missiles before... Oh, right, Angry Dragon noises. Hold, please.
All good.
So, we're going to see here if Death King makes it to Secret Missiles in time before... I think they are going to make it to Secret Missiles in time before Bombs on Thardus finishes. But yeah, that was Arrow Razor's last Sky Temple key. But yeah, I'm sure if I'm Bombs on Thardus right now, I'm sweating buckets because that was definitely a last location Secret Missiles.
Well, and neither team has no way of knowing where the other... I almost wish there was a way in this race design to do some form of teaser of just like, if you got a major, if you got a message when the other team got that major. I feel like that would be an interesting addition to and change the race dynamic.
I'll leave that to the professionals, the professional planners to see about implementing that one. That being said, we're going to see Arrow Razor. This is going to be a save warp to Meeting Grounds, I think. Or was that just an accidental elevator? I think that might have been an accidental elevator. I think he just goldfished there and meant to go to landing site.
Oh no.
Yeah, just a minor error though, but yeah, Arrow has this under control. Like I said, Bombs on Thardus are very definitively ahead now. I think Death King is going to reach Secret Missiles in time. Ooh, Raylan almost hit the map of shame there. But yeah, I think this is what Arrow wanted to do. Save with the ship, get a full reload on armaments, and have a much easier time with final bosses. Now, it's likely Arrow's going to finish first here, just because Echo's final bosses can potentially be a lot quicker.
That's interesting that you say that, just because Arrow hasn't even gotten to the temple. I can see the first phase going quickly, the second phase taking a little bit of time, the third phase goes quickly for the Ing Emperor, and then... No, but you're right, you're absolutely right. All this can happen in Prime's first phase, because Prime's... Oh my gosh, Spider Prime is a long fight, all things considered.
Very long fight. Yeah, because each stutter here, each stagger rather,
Phase?
is 200 HP.
Okay. Oh, jeez. Do the math. That's a couple hundred.
It's a few thousand HP.
Yeah, a couple dozen hundred.
Alright, so yeah, Death King is about a little under 5 minutes away from Seeker Missiles here. Now, wouldn't it be hilarious? You know, I'm not going to say it out loud.
I don't know if it would be hilarious. It would be heartbreaking. And that's where I'm like, I want to cheer Rylan on, but at the same time, I also want the Mercy play? I'm not sure if the best way to phrase it, but there's something to be said when you practice a trick or when you're in a tournament and the trick is the only thing forward. It can be a little stressful, to say the least.
Yeah, I had a trick. There's a way to do Sky Temple Gateway Seekerless where you just screw attack the door, but it's very precise. And I did it once in a practice, and I've never been able to replicate it since.
Oh no. Yeah, and it doesn't feel good when you have to do that on stream, on stage, in a competition. Yeah. And it's one of those where we're not here to make people not feel good. We're here to cheer everybody on, and we are very, very glad that we've got so many people. We had 18 teams come in for the CGC today?
I mean, there are already like a dozen races over the weekend here. We just started our second one for the day now. I think we've still got a few more on deck for later today, and like 6 on deck for Sunday.
Well, if you're not busy this weekend, folks, there are plenty of races to be had. And if you are busy on the weekend, then make sure you catch the VODs here over at twitch.tv/speedgaming and speedgaming 2 through 5. If there's one thing I do know how to do, it's ad reads. Please sponsor us.
Alright, so Arrow Razor takes down Emperor Ink Phase 2. Had a little bit of trouble there.
This is where I need somebody with better voice practice than me to do the Mafia accent of, "Hey, Emperor Ink. Hey, Emperor Ink. What? Screw you."
Quite literally.
Quite literally, except I was trying to get the time. There's the timing. You know, couple seconds late there, but you get the idea. Meanwhile, Metroid Prime is still Spider Mode.
Alright, now we are in Subchamber 4, so Steve is almost done here with Exo. Raylan, in the meantime, did get the Seeker skip right as Death King sent Seeker missiles.
Well, you said it might happen. It happened just like you said. Commentator's curse, ladies and gentlemen. Captain here to prove that if you think it and you're on the mic, you can make it happen.
Look, I don't call this trash on purpose. I think it's a rare triple. You get to hear me say that 3 times.
All I'm going to say is that you were absolutely wrong, and OP didn't have Seekers. So you're not. Oh, we're going to fight OP just to see what he has. Is it a missile, or is it a life tank, or is it a power bomb expansion? Only Death King will tell in about 4 minutes.
Okay,
I'm guessing a 1 cycle.
Arrow Razor got just lousy RNG there, and Dark Samus did. So, this happens to me more times than I would care to admit. Arrow Razor got centered immediately because Dark Samus did not throw up her shield when the missiles were coming in, and face tanked 2 missiles directly to the face.
Oh.
And that threw her into her DS4. She went invincible, there was nothing Arrow Razor could have done, and we have to deal with this fight the hard way.
Yay, we can dodge fireballs. Carry on.
I don't know if double damage affects this phase, though.
Probably not. That would be too useful. Too easy.
The Echoes, the Mines key was in... We did find it. The Echoes mine... the Aegon Mines key was someplace kind of nice. It was in...
Sorry, I wrote down all the info I have, so if it's...
I'll remember eventually. PPC, thank you. Thank you, chat. So yeah, PPC, and basically the only thing Mines was good for were secret missiles and keys. That's it.
Well, it is a very important thing to be good for. I mean, they are endgame MacGuffins that you do need, but in terms of actually having fun things that allow the game to move forward at a steady pace, Mines was not it. Mines was the bully at the end of the hall.
Yeah. Now the key Raylan is missing. What is the key Raylan is missing here? Because Raylan only has 8 keys.
Well, and what key would he have had to wait for that he would be willing to try and learn a seeker skip? So how many keys needed seekers?
Well, there was the Accursed Lake key. Yeah, I'm trying to I don't know. Maybe Death King hasn't gotten it yet. Maybe it was the Boombox key. Well, no, Death King's been in that neighborhood, though.
Yeah, he kind of should have been.
We might see a simultaneous finish on Bombs for Thardus. Oh, never mind. Arrow Razor flinched. Now, luckily, at this low health, Dark Samus will not come down, but Steve takes it first, and it looks like Arrow's got the shot, and right behind, Arrow Razor finishes. Well played by Bombs on Thardus. Finishing only 4 seconds apart with official race time GG times of 2:06:01 and 2:06:05.
What a seed!
Like a synchronized finish.
This seed is incredible.
Absolutely.
Also, gotta love self-blocking power bombs.
Yeah, that was just
as soon as I got those power bombs, I'm like, oh my gosh, I am not going to sink. There's nothing in Sank. Sank entrance is the only thing you can logically get. And I already did Sank entrance. So I'm not going back to Sank.
Yeah, that was pretty good. I mean, the icing on the cake was secret missiles in MQB. You know, good luck getting any hints. Good luck getting any hints for that.
I mean, we did have a light aligned hint in Cash 2. So imagine my horror when I saw Vanilla Sonic Boom and I'm like, oh no. Just to get Seekers 2 seconds later, and I'm like, okay, cool, we're good. Because I was assuming that was going to be Seekers.
I don't think Seekers can be technically light aligned. I could see Sonic Boom because it's light and dark, but...
Yeah, I wasn't sure. Like, I skipped Pod W to chasing Cash 2.
Yeah, this...
By the way, with the exception of one check, I did every logical check my seed can have.
Indeed. Now, Raylan actually never discovered the Dynamo Chamber power bombs, so Raylan actually did a sweep of Sanctuary, not knowing that there was no progression in there.
I had a feeling that happened. So I busted out laughing when I saw the power bombs flowing through the thing. I'm like, oh my gosh! I hope they didn't see this.
Yeah. So they good grief, I am so bad. Oh, no, we got worm lasers. Speaking of which, I should probably put that up.
Well, what happened, I think, is that Raylan went through GFMC compound, but didn't do it when we had all the equipment we needed. So we missed grabbing main power bombs, and we also missed grabbing light suit.
Yeah,
I got light suit second pass. I got it on the way to Thardus. And then when I got light suit, I'm like, well, now I'm checking FTA. I might as well do Sank entrance while I'm here.
Well, the other problem is, because power bombs were deleted, we couldn't find a power bomb expansion bloody anywhere for 30 minutes. And therefore, that because Raylan didn't have that power bomb expansion on the first pass either, and as a result, couldn't even see the dynamo chamber hit.
Well, yeah, the only accessible power bomb expansion was Storage C, which was hilarious.
Yeah.
Storage C was the only
I think-
accessible power bomb expansion.
Pretty much, yeah.
Where did
now-
I find the where did I find your burger at?
You found me one much later.
The
main quarry,
first
probably.
PvE quarantine monitor.
That's the one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was quarantine monitor and lab storage C were our first PvEs.
While I was waiting for bombs or dark beam. By the way, shout out to them being back beside each other. While I was waiting for one of those, I'm like, you know what? Let me go to Corvus Lagoon, see what's there. Ooh, cobalt. This might matter later. No.
DK doesn't have grab yet?
Where was Grab?
That was Upper Dynamo. Or no, sorry, Upper Fiery Shores.
Oh yeah.
So it was locked by Prime's power bombs, which, by the way, those were in Frigate.
Yeah.
Yep.
I caught those. The wall gap there, I tried peeking, and it looked weird from that side. I guess the model's on edge at that viewpoint, because it looked weird. I couldn't quite tell what it was, but I was just like, you know what, it looked weird enough. We're on a Seekers casino, thinking it might have been Seekers, and then get in there, it's like, oh, Grav. Okay.
Which SDK is Raylan missing? Is it the Hearst Lake?
No, actually, funny enough, Raylan busted the door down with Screw Attack literally 20 seconds before Death King sent Seeker missiles.
So, funny enough, after I grabbed the Sonic Boom, that was what I was on my way to go do. I was going to get ready to look up the trick and learn this Seeker skip on the fly, and then I was sent Seeker, so I'm like, cool. Oh, no gravity either? Oh, no.
Oh, yeah, Death King doesn't have Gravity Suit, I just noticed. Yeah, because Gravity was someplace early.
Yeah, gravity
Lower Furnace.
was,
Yeah, Lower
Upper
Furnace.
Fiery Shores.
no.
Oh, Gravity Boost.
Oh, Gravity
Boost was on
Boost
Lower
was Upper
Furnace.
Fire Shores.
Oh, we're talking Echo.
Oh, yeah.
Gravity either.
Oh, yeah, sorry, no, yeah, Gravity Suit was Upper Fiery Shores.
My
And
apologies.
Boost was in Lower Furnace. My bad. Yeah, I got that mixed up too. It's all right. Yeah, going back to the seed for a second, you guys were actually a little bit on the later side, getting to Phendrana and sweeping that. So Raylan and Death King were much earlier to like Dark Beam bombs and Spider Ball and the like. But because of Raylan's dive into Sank, given the circumstances, that and Death King spent a very long time bar skipping as well. That kind of gave you the time you needed to pull ahead, because they're both now almost done.
Yeah. I was about to say, I told Steve when I got the power bombs, I'm like, so the biggest thing we're counting on is that they did a Sank sweep.
Pretty much, yeah. And it's funny because literally about 10 minutes before, and maybe a little earlier than that, I kind of called the powerbomb kerfuffle because it just felt so weird, because we were like 40 minutes in, we barely saw any power bombs.
All we
and
had
so
is
we
the
were
one
like,
burger I had.
and another thing was that hints were already starting to give up because you got a Wave Buster hint. And a Sonic Boom hint for that matter. So we were like, wait a minute, the hints gave up in more than one place. Something's missing.
The Wavebuster Beam hint was very funny. So I am new to the community. I'm new to the whole NPR everything. And so Captain's having to explain just like, oh yeah, by the way, if they're hinting for Wavebuster, there's not a whole lot of things left for people to go and get.
Now, I had
Overall,
a bunch
just
of
a good
stuff,
time.
I had a bunch of stuff front loaded, but after that there was nothing.
Yeah, I think the seed really started to slow down after the labs loop, after Dark Visor. After Dark Visor, the seed came to a screeching halt.
Yeah, it was. I was sitting there like, oh my gosh. The only thing I think I really could have done better there was probably go to Torvus sooner. Like, go back to Torvus with Dark Beam.
Yeah. But yeah, Screw Attack was nice and early. Like, the seed actually, the early game did kind of play off each other's games very comfortably because, like, it was like, for example, you need that Aegon key for Morbus? Here's super missiles and sand cash. You want to get screw attack? Oh, well, we'll just give you bombs in someplace nice.
Yeah, bombs was on Dark Missile Trooper and on Chozo Ice Temple. So the Echo's bombs were a little late in coming, but Prime's bombs were pretty nice in terms of when we needed them to show up.
Oh, geez, I just realized Raylan has to do this fight on one power bomb.
Oh.
Ooh.
Yeah, because, again, Raylan never got the mains.
Now, there's an advantage to finishing the run out instead of declaring a DNF. Is that correct?
Not really, no.
Okay.
They are doing this for they are entertainment purposes. They wanna see this through.
They were in go mode. Usually when you're in go mode and you're almost done, you'll sometimes just finish it out.
Yeah, it's good final bosses practice anyway.
Yeah.
Okay.
Speaking
Fair.
of final bosses, instantly centered because instead of Dark Samus blocking the missile, let's the first missile hitter.
Yeah, it's RNG whether or not that can happen. It's happened to me more times than I would care to admit.
Yeah,
The
moment missile hit, I'm like, oh, I'm centered.
Yeah, usually I aim up a little so that it just whizzes by your head.
Also, I wish screw attacking into that tunnel in Aegon was much nicer on that side. I know most usually do it from the other side by bioenergy.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, let me get this so I can go to bioenergy without bombs.
Yeah, would have netted you a slightly earlier Dark Visor, although Dark Visor, really the only thing that was good for was the Accursed Lake Key.
Yeah, no, the big thing it would have netted me there would have been that power bomb expansion much sooner.
Oop, I think Raylan's about to get instantly centered too. Yep.
Oh, that's just the theme of the seed. Does Raylan have the double damage though?
I don't think so actually, because Raylan didn't get Dark Visor until much later.
Yeah, 'cause I got all three. I got all three multiplayer picks. I'm like, that's nice.
Yeah, we saw, Steve, you got your revenge on Crossway after a bit of a retake.
Yeah. He was waiting for Ice Beam. I was like, you're gonna have Ice Beam in a minute. He's like, I'm gonna try this real quick while waiting for the Ice Beam. Because I was sitting there starting to clear Torvis, read the hint in Torvis Temple, and I'm like, oh sweet, there's an Ice Beam hint.
Reminds me of, remember when you and I raced a few, 2 years ago, and you went away while in BK when I was trying to do air underwater, and then as I come back to tell you, hey, I'm having trouble, I get it.
Yep.
Ariel, I have a quick question for you. Did you have, because you mentioned that you were laughing out loud when you noticed that power bombs deleted themselves. Did you have a reaction to reading the fact that the one Echo Visor puzzle was high, 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 high?
I was happy with that. I was like, cool, I get to quit. Also, the E-tanks.
Oh, yeah, you were not, well, basically because power bombs were...
I think I had 13 E-tanks or something like that.
Well, yeah, all those deleted power bombs had to be replaced by something.
Yeah, and I think E-tanks are technically marked as progression, so... I don't think power bombs can lock any of them.
They can be, yeah.
They can be marked as progression. If you're expected to do things suitless, you need E-tanks.
Gotcha, hell runs and the like, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. For example, Hazing Cliff Various Suit expects you to have 225 energy under these conditions.
They need at least 2 E-tanks. think cooling chamber's the same. Also, you need at least 2. Cooling chamber might actually require 3. I don't know. I just know it needs at least 2. You can do it with 1. It sucks with 1, but you can do it with 1. You just gotta be really fast.
Well, on hard damage strictness, it's expected to be like 150. So medium, which we're running on, it's 50% more. So that's 225.
Also, on season, shoutouts to Subchamber 4 being Subchamber 4.
Yep.
Oh, I'll put that one also at my own feed, trying to prioritize. Give me some missiles, because lemons can only go so far. I figured I might not want missiles for in case of supers, and then just fully.
And Raylan finishing, by the way, with an official time of 2:19:02. Death King will be following suit in just a few moments.
I don't know. I actually liked this seed. This was a good seed. The deleted power bombs is a nice little logic quirk, and anyone noticing it will get very far in this seed.
All right, so Raylan, GGCU, welcome aboard.
Yeah, DK will not join us because he's just going over to family now. So.
Okay.
Yeah. So, Rayla, you're
also,
funny?
Can I just put the seekers back? Don't want them anymore.
Yeah.
I was actually on my way
to
go learn the seeker skip. I was on my way to go learn the seeker. I was going to learn it on the fly when I was.
I learned it on the fly.
Okay,
just took seekers on the way out of Accursed Lake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
the
power
yeah.
What are those?
So your power bombs are in.
We really used them.
Yeah,
except for one.
There's a good reason, if I may. Unfortunately, your power bombs were in Dynamo Chamber and therefore deleted from Logic.
Oh.
Yeah, I saw those on my second pass through, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm never going to Sank because Seekers was our go mode. So I was like, well, I'm never going to Sank. There's nothing there.
I mean, I went saying, but there were the hints, and I wanted to see.
Yeah, I went.
That Seekers Aren't Prime was actually correct, but like it was. We were also Seekers Go mode.
Okay.
While I did wait for the last egg and key, I would not have needed it. We
yeah,
just,
I told
by the time
like if we didn't
there.
get knowledge of the Aegon keys, I would learn how to get into a Morbus because I could just reset out of it.
Yeah.
But when we heard it was in mines, I'm like, well, I've got STKs in mines, so like.
It was just like, how long came needed for a bar skip? Like I knew there was just time for me to do anything. Like.
Yeah, I got lucky and got that power bomb expansion that I had very early. I got it in storage C, right after I got bombs.
Yeah, Raylan, I think the one you got was from Death King and Quarantine Monitor.
No. I got that one much later.
Oh wait, no, we're thinking a different one.
Mine was from storage C. I just got it an hour later.
Oh, never mind.
I just did open up the gate from early Dark Aegon side.
There's the GG.
And then dipped out to go Thardus and never went back to Aegon until an hour later.
Yeah,
when I had everything.
The moment I saw Dynamo Chamber glowing like a Christmas tree, I was like, oh, I hope they went to Sank.
No.
Yeah,
I did eventually, but not because we needed to. Or
yeah, I went to Spider's Treasure at one point just to get the Cobalt hit and check Hazing Cliff and such. Understandable why nothing was there though.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Death King, you never went to Profane Path, right? There was, or not, sorry, Raylan, rather. I'm reading a name and trying to speak another.
Profane Path was another E-Tank.
Well, no, but the comedy there was that the puzzle was high, 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 high.
Yeah.
So we basically used...
When I got Echo, it never really was.
I got Echo long before Annihilator.
It was very late. Basically, that was the divergence between the two of you, because Bombs on Thardus did not go to Fendrana early. Arrow was actually pretty late to Variasuit.
I was very late to Variasuit. I was sitting there like, I'm like, near a corpse. I was about to go actually check DS1, and I'm like, wait a minute, no, I know where this is.
I actually
Also,
didn't.
me
I
forgetting
just
that I had Screw
stumbled
Attack
over
when I went to it, so I went and did the Morph Ball Tunnel and that little loop, realizing like, oh wait, I have Screw Attack. I didn't need to do this.
Yeah. So on the flip side, Raylan, your folks had gone. You and Death King had gone to Fendrana a lot earlier, and there were some nice things in Fendrana, like Dark Beam. So you were much earlier to Dark Beam and the like,
Bombs.
but
Bombs and Dark Beam
and
were
bombs,
side
yeah.
by side.
So, but as a result, you had gone Echo or Annihilator earlier, but because Death King never dipped mines until tail end of the game, he had never sent over Echo Visor until tail end. Whereas it was the other way around for Bombs on Thardus. They had picked up Echo a lot earlier because Steve did 2 dips of mines, one early for upper mines and then one later for lower mines when it became clear that there was a seeker issue.
I mean, like, the Echo didn't do anything.
No,
I did not.
it was
Alright,
pointless.
I've got to hop out of here because I also have helmet stuff I got to do. So, GG's. Good luck with the rest of the races.
GG's, thanks for racing, thanks for stopping by, and as always, we will see you next mission.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, we got another one tomorrow, so.
We do.
Yeah, just
Awesome.
we're not going to say too much besides check the schedule, folks, because it would take way too long to list all of these.
Yep, we got
I
a
mean-
schedule going on, and we've even got a race going on right now over at twitch.tv/speedgaming4. I'm sorry, Raylan, did you want to say something?
No, I was just saying, like, our group is just doing almost all races this weekend. Like, the entire group is playing today. Tomorrow, at least 4 of our 6 teams are playing again. So, yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yesterday, I think 4 teams were playing from our group. So, yeah. Packed weekend for Group C. Or B.
All right. Well, with that all said, once again, a thanks to our runners, Arrow Razor Steve, Death King, and Raylan Tenkir for their entertainment today. It was a fantastic race. Jeff, thank you so much for joining me here in the booth on this Saturday. And you folks, also thanks to Samuel for helping us get set up. And I don't know who rolled this seed. Hide. Other than that, yeah, I think that's everything for today. So we're going to close out here, folks. Have a great rest of your weekend. If you celebrate it tomorrow, happy Father's Day, and we will see you next mission. Take care.